4 states' most watched news starts now.
Well, a few new laws are taking effect in Oklahoma this new year. This is KOAM News at 6. I'm Tanya Bach. Some of the laws relate to health care and voting rights. KOAM's Melissa Alexis explains how the new laws will affect Oklahomans.
With the new year comes some new laws in Oklahoma. Here's how one of these new laws will affect health insurance in Oklahoma. Corinne's law will require that health insurance plans cover fertility services like sperm and egg freezing for people going through cancer treatments. The Ensuring Transparency in Prior Authorizations Act also deals with health insurance. The law requires quick decisions on care, clear guidelines for denials and appeals, easy access to information about prior authorization, and protects ongoing care. The new Out-of-Network Ambulance Service Provider Act will set rules for how much you can be charged for an out-of-network ambulance ride. The payment is based on local government rates or a percentage of Medicare rates. Another law will allow some convicted felons the ability to vote. Some of the circumstances to be eligible include serving the full sentence, parole, or probation. Also, those who had a reduced charge, received a pardon, or commutation. Another new law expands workers' compensation beyond just physical injury for first responders, such as EMT and firefighters. It will now include mental health conditions like PTSD. Another new law in Oklahoma deals with taxes for infrastructure development projects. It makes more projects eligible for these tax credits or breaks, and it increases the amount of money available for infrastructure spending. And for that law, the maximum tax credit for a project is $6 million. I'm Melissa Alexis reporting.
For more information about new laws taking effect in Oklahoma, you can go to our website at KOAMnewsnow.com. Chief Meteorologist Doug Hetty joins us now with a first look at weather.
Well, definitely turned out to be chilly for us today, mainly sitting into the mid-30s right now. We did get lower 40s earlier today, still smidge below where we should be for this time of the year. Most of us now low to mid-30s, and as we go through the evening hours, slipping back through the 30s into the upper 20s. I worked so hard holding that in. I did it so good for about 20 seconds. All right, clouds increasing out to our west. We have a weak little wave, which is going to pass by to our north. We're going to actually warm up tomorrow, but then it's going to drop our temperatures behind it. Everybody's watching this weekend. Pretty big storm system moving out, of course. We're right on that rain, freezing rain, sleet, snow line. So I'm going to be breaking this down for you here in just a bit.
All right, thanks, Doug. With Needle and Thread and Granby hosts its monthly Sit and Stitch, with it being traditionally held on New Year's Day. The Sit and Stitch is a way for people to get into all kinds of textile art, from crocheting to cross stitch. Folks brought finger foods to the event and helped each other with their projects. One of the most common New Year's resolutions is losing weight. Every Body Fitness in Joplin is starting people on that path with 4 high-energy classes during their New Year's New Energy event. Now, these classes include what you see here: pound, turn up, kickboxing, and step aerobics. Several nonprofits in Northeast Oklahoma have received generous donations of ground beef this holiday season, thanks to one Bartlesville family. The idea for these donations stemmed from Nate Allman, a Bartlesville rancher. He says he always wanted to raise cattle, but little did he know that he would turn into feeding hundreds of families. And we'll be right back. One Aurora, Missouri family's holiday celebration turns into an emergency situation. Robert Townsend has the story of the Diaz family and their 4-hour-plus drive to the hospital.
On Christmas Eve, Leighton Diaz, her 5 siblings, and their parents were excited to gather at their home in Aurora, southwest of Springfield. But within moments of the celebration, Leighton experienced a sudden scare.
She had ran to the bathroom really quick to use the restroom, and in the time that she was in the restroom, she put the battery in her mouth.
The frightened first grader accidentally swallowed a quarter-sized button battery. It was for a watch Leighton's grandmother gave her for her birthday in September. Leighton was born with an underdeveloped esophagus.
She came out instantly screaming, crying, saying that it was hurting.
Her parents first rushed her to an Aurora hospital.
It's a small hospital. There's They don't have the things that they need to do it there. It was absolutely terrifying.
What's more, there wasn't any medical transportation available at the time, so the couple then hopped in their car with their daughter and drove 4 hours to St. Louis Children's Hospital. The Button battery was lodged inside Layton for 7 hours. Doctors here at St. Louis Children's Hospital immediately performed a procedure on Layton. As you can imagine, her worried parents were so thrilled to hear that procedure went well.
I think that we're going to have a good prognosis. My thing is I just want other parents to know about this.
Button batteries are found in light-up Christmas toys and greeting cards. Doctors say every year more than 3,000 children nationwide accidentally swallow them. If that happens to your child, you should notify your pediatrician and immediately get to the emergency room. Doctors say the sooner the battery is removed, the less likely it will cause severe damage.
We just want her better.
Layton's grateful parents now call her their Christmas miracle.
I'm hoping that, Layton just finally, her esophagus heals and we get to go home.
Well, doctors hope Layton can be released from the hospital in 2 weeks.
Well, of course, chilly New Year's Day for us today. Temperatures struggled to warm up only into lower 40s, but it's going to warm up a little bit more as we go into the daytime hours tomorrow. Nice shot of our Cornell Arts and Entertainment Complex tower cam. We are looking downtown Joplin. All right, dropping back, mainly mid-30s across the region, and we'll slide back into the upper 20s later on tonight. We are going to get some clouds increasing late this evening into the overnight hours for us tomorrow morning, but really nothing underneath the clouds. Still pretty much clear skies at this point in time. We do have a weak wave. It's going to slide out across parts of Iowa, northern parts of Missouri. All it's going to do for us is give us some clouds and then cool us back down by the time we head into Friday. All right, here's our next wave. We got a little system up here, chunk of energy. This is our weekend system. Once it gets on land tomorrow, we'll start to get a lot better data on what this is going to do as we head toward the weekend. But as of right now, we do have a storm system that we got to keep our eyes on for Saturday and Sunday. First off, let's look at Thursday. Cold start, upper 20s in the morning hours. Partly cloudy skies, warmer. We go into the mid 40s by noon. A little windy too. We're going to have southerly winds 10 to 15, maybe 20 miles per hour. And then upper 40s to near 50 during the afternoon. Here comes some colder air sliding in tomorrow night into Friday morning. So we dip down into the mid 20s for lows. By Friday afternoon, very similar to what we had today. High temperatures mainly into lower 40s. All right, 32 to start, 45 by noon. High temp right around 49 during the afternoon. All right, let's go into the weekend. A lot to watch. Of course, like always, we're right on that rain-snow line. As we get a little bit closer, we're going to get more data, but this system could shift farther north, giving us all rain, could shift farther south, giving us all ice and snow. I do think it's going to fall in the middle there, so if you live farther south, you'll have mainly rain, farther north, mainly wintry weather. So we start Saturday afternoon, freezing rain and sleet and snow north of I-44, all rain south of I-44. As we go into Saturday night into Sunday morning, warmer air pulls into the system. Majority of us will be seeing rain. As we get on the back side, we could switch back over to freezing rain, sleet, and snow, but by far heaviest snow as of right now, still 3.5 days out, is going to stay up along the I-70 corridor where they're going to get 6 to 10 inches of snow. Our northern counties could get some lighter accumulations under that 3-inch amount. I think most of us, we're going to have to deal with ice. So potential for freezing rain through southeastern Kansas, southwest Missouri. Right now looks just north of Joplin, but we're going to watch how that shifts over the next couple days. Ice amounts anywhere upwards to 1/4 inch, maybe a little bit more. All right, 49 on Thursday, 42 Friday. The wintry mess over the weekend, and then much colder on Monday and Tuesday.
Yeah. I'm not looking forward to another cool down though.
No,
definitely
not
not
at all.
All right, thanks, Doug. Well, still ahead, an exciting day of college football to kick off the new year. And a handful of local football players are headed to the Shrine Bowl this summer. Brock Baltridge has the details and more.
Well, it's a new year, which means a new roster is released for the Kansas Shrine Bowl. The 52nd edition of the game won't be played until June. However, 6 seniors from Southeast Kansas will head to Dodge City this summer to represent their school. The high school football all-star game features 88 football players from across the state of Kansas. 6 local players have been selected to play for the East squad in this summer's bowl game, including 2 coaches who were selected a month ago. Here's the full list of names who will be heading west this summer, starting with Humboldt QB Blake Ellis, along with Pitt State commit offensive lineman Luke Harris out of Fort Scott, Jace Midget from Columbus, the big tight end out of Girard, Scott Moore, Cade Small from Chanute, and Aaron Tunstall out of Field Kinley and Coffeyville. The game will be played in Dodge City's Memorial Stadium on June 21st. Well, the quarterfinal round of the college football playoff began on New Year's Eve and continues on the New Year's Day, with only 8 teams remaining to have a shot to win at the national championship. Let's start with the Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl. Arizona State faces the Texas Longhorns in Atlanta. We pick things up in the 4th quarter. Texas leads 24-16. Arizona State hands it off to Cam Scattaboo, who drives into the end zone to score the touchdown. ASU decides to go for 2. Scattaboo gets the ball again, and that ties up the game. Now this game is tied up at 24 points apiece. Texas has a chance to win this game in regulation. Here's Burt Auburn for the game-tying field goal, or game-winning field goal, but it's no good. It bounces off the upright, and we go to overtime. We go to the second overtime period. This game is tied at 31. Texas doesn't waste any time. Quinn Ewers goes to his tight end Gunnar Helm for the 25-yard touchdown. Longhorns take a 39-31 lead. Arizona State has a chance to answer right here. Sam Levitt drops back, fires the corner of the end zone. That's intercepted by Texas, and that's ball game over. Sparky runs out of flames at the end. Texas wins 39-31 in double overtime. Another game going on today is the Rose Bowl game in Pasadena, California. The Ohio State Buckeyes play the Oregon Ducks, who are the #1 team in the nation. Oregon's still undefeated, but the Buckeyes have built a huge lead in this game. We're still in progress, but at last check, Ohio State leads Oregon 34-8 in the 3rd quarter. Notre Dame was scheduled to play Georgia tonight at the All-State Sugar Bowl. However, due to the recent attacks in New Orleans, the game has been postponed and rescheduled for tomorrow. Kickoff for that matchup is set for Thursday at 3 p.m. I think it was the right decision to reschedule that game. Obviously, a high volume amount of people down there in New Orleans, so lots of football. So it looks like the game's going to still be played.
All right, and of course, keep it here, and we'll give you the latest on that for sure.
For sure, yeah.
All right, thanks. Thanks, Brock. That's it for sports. We are back after this. Here's a look at what's coming up on KOAM News at 9 on Fox 14. We'll have more on the FBI investigation into a deadly terrorist attack in New Orleans. Plus, an Oklahoma family hands over a beefy donation to several nonprofits. And we'll have some tips to help your resolutions stick. Those stories and a lot more tonight on KOAM News at 9 on Fox 14. Well, King Jack Park in Webb City provided the gridiron battlefield for a New Year's Day game of touch football. The event was hosted by the King Jack Touch Football Group and Rodney Rambo, pastor at the Rooted Church in Southwest Missouri. For the pastor, touch football provides a fun and healthy way to kick off the new year.
It was chilly today, but I mean, hey, it's good football weather. All right, for us, we're going to be a little bit warmer tomorrow, 49 for a high. Back down Friday, 42. Rain and some mixing with snow and freezing rain as we head into the weekend. So we'll be watching that system closely as we go through the next couple days.
I'm officially not looking forward to the weekend now.
Yeah.
All right, what do we have coming up?
Coming up for sports note here. Well, Andy Reid, head coach of the Chiefs, announced today that Carson Wentz will, in fact, be playing against the Denver Broncos. No surprise there. Chiefs already locked up the 1 seed, so we'll get a chance to see Wentz sling the ball a little bit. We'll see if the Chiefs can win that 16th game of the season.
All right, looking forward to that for sure. Well, thank you for watching. We will see you right back here at 10. Have a great evening and an even better tomorrow.